Figured I'd shed a little light on this whole scenario here. As people wanted me to talk about it, but there's not much else here. This is a fake job. However, it is a very, very fake job, and Disney's chief diversity officer, Latondra Newton, exits. Now, you read that, and you're like, oh, well, she got fired, she got laid off, or whatever the case may be. There have been people in leadership positions with Disney, considering its recent struggles, that are no longer employed by the company. However, I don't know about this one because, as you read here by Variety, if we're accepting this as if it is true, this person that has been the chief diversity officer, fake job, for more than 6 years, they're saying that an individual knowledgeable on the situation is saying that they're joining a corporate board of another company. And also, this is very important, Julie Merges, probably butchered her name, saying that they're going to be on an interim basis until new chief diversity officer is named. So that's where the direct reports will report to. So it doesn't seem like they're getting rid of anything. Shelby Curry and DEI internal communications team will continue to report to internal communications and engagement with exec Carrie Brown. So none of this seems to have to do anything or do with anything like the getting rid of the actual position or trying to cut cost or this person being fired. None of that seems to be the case. And if you're wondering what the actual role is, it says head of DEI. It is a diversity, equity, and inclusion. Just fake stuff. Operations at Disney. Newton was charged with overseeing the company's commitment to produce entertainment that reflects a global audience and sustains a welcoming and inclusive workplace for everybody. The job isn't real, but she's no longer working it. I just don't think it has much to do with them like changing course. Now, look, two things can be true. That can also be the case. They can also be struggling and they're still cutting costs elsewhere. We've talked about the layoffs that have happened over the last months. We've talked about their billions of dollars worth of losses. They continue to hold L's in the box office with releases. The most recent being Elemental, if I'm not mistaken. So they have some issues. The parks aren't doing as good as well, according to all reports and signs. Look, let me say this. If they do want to cut costs, jobs like these are going to be the first to go. And I think it will be the lower tier guys before they get to the executives anyway, because this is not a necessary job. You don't need this to function. This job is there to signal. That's really it. Signal virtues. It is not a real job. And when I say it's not a real job, I'm not saying that there isn't a company that wouldn't employ them to do it. That is very well the case. What I'm saying is there's no actual market demand for it. So it's not like the market in itself is demanding that this position be a thing. It's not. It's just not the case. If it wasn't there, it'd still operate without much of any issue. So if they want to waste their money, though, I mean, by all means, Disney, let them do it. But I think as these sort of economic issues continue to plague this country, you're going to start seeing some of these heads continue to roll. But I don't know about this one rolling simply because of the position itself or even the economic issues. I think more so it points to the fact that, this person's getting out, maybe got a better gig, and that's pretty much it. They've been there for 6 years, so I think it's 2017, if I'm not mistaken, when this person was brought on. So it was before the summer of love, but it was, right after things really start to kick in definitely after the inauguration of Donald Trump and all that. Things really, really started to kick in with the virtue signaling. So take that for whatever way that you may.
If you enjoyed this video and want to support other content, please become a member at ericdjuly.com. This is my own unique platform that replaced my Patreon. Our Ultramax, which is our highest tier, gets free shipping domestically even with Rippaverse orders and are able to redeem the Creators Edition copy of ISOM #1. You can move up and down tiers or cancel at any time. Also visit Rippaverse.com. This is my comic book company that launched a $3.7 million campaign. We appreciate your support.